A cloudy sky looking toward the ground. Clouds pass by. A Mr. Hawk fl- flows into view, murmuring a cry when Uppa overshoots the air and roars. It shrieks again and swoops down, swiveling out of view. Uppa sprints along with Team Altar in his saddle, somewhat dreamily. Those clouds look so soft, don't they? Katara asked. Like you could jump down and you land in a soft, cottony heap, she said. Turns to Katara mockingly with a smile. Maybe you should give it a try, Sokka said. Looks at Sokka with annoyance, sarcastically, as she looks away from him. You're hilarious, Katara said. I'll try it. Carrying his staff, he jumps off Appa and with a big smile on his face as he hmm, brings to fall. He turns what's around his axis, winking, and the and he falls down straightened, lunging, sniffing, chugging. Yeah, Ing said in upper settle as Team Avatar pops their heads over the rim, looking down in the direction Aang went. Aang falling down, smiling boldly as he passes as it, him as he vanishes into a cloud. Katara looks somewhat worried with the others glaze wide-eyed at the point where Aang vanished, where he leaned over and skirts the sky. Aang comes back up, being them on his glider. The they Team Avatar turns around as they hear a slapping noise of Aang's glider being closed. The slapping noise of Aang's glider being closed. In they watch how the airbender plops down on the saddle. His legs surround part, and he big smile on his face. Sokka with unsurprised look. Sokka and who is dripping wet, looking at him. Turns out clouds are made of water. Aang said. He began. He breathes deeply and slapped his both right fist against each other. his left creating an wait, an air ball around him and pressure drying him off as Aang leans back to rest on both his hands. He currently looks at Momo, whose fur got all furred by Aang's air bending. Sokka, who still is looking at Aang unimpressed. Katara glances at her brother, but her attention is drawn to something over his shoulder. Some time later, "Hey, what's that?" Sai asked. Ter Mark looks over her right shoulder in the direction Katara is looking as well. Katara gets up and walks in front of Appa's saddle. Landscape in front of them, a large dark patch of burnt land scorching out amongst and leashed green of the forest. The others now all look over the front rim of Appa's saddle, surprised looks on their faces. "It's a scar," Naruto said. "The scorched forest. There are so many burned trees, and Team Avatar settles in the middle of a gray, burnt patch. Listen, it's so quiet. There's no life anywhere," Sakura said. "Aang, are you okay?" Katara asked. "Fire Nation? Those evil savages make me sick. They have no respect for..." Sokka started to say, but was cut off by Katara. "Shh," Katara said, whispering angrily. "What? I'm not allowed to be angry," Sokka said. Katara points to Aang with a somewhat concerned look on his face as he slumps over, downcast at the sight, kneels down at sight. He picks up some ash as it slowly slips through his hand and drops to the ground sadly. "Why would anyone do this? How could someone... How could anyone do this? How could I let this happen?" Aang asked. Aang, you don't... Oh, Aang, you didn't let this happen? It's not your... It has nothing to do with you, Sasuke said sadly. "Yes, it does. It's the Avatar's job to protect nature. But I didn't... But I don't know how to do my job," Aang said. "There's... That's why we're going to the North Pole," smiling softly. "To find you a teacher," Katara said. "Yeah, a waterbending teacher, but there's no one who can teach me how to be the Avatar." Monk Yatso said that Avatar Roku would help me. Aang said. "The Avatar Before you? Ino said. He died over 100 years ago. How are you supposed to talk to him? Saga asked. I don't know, Aang said. Momo comes up to Aang and sits on his lap, approaching Aang. Hey, Aang, you ready to be cheered up? Katara asked. Sadly, no, Aang said. An acorn is thrown at him. Ow! Hey, how's that supposed to cheer me up? Aang asked, chuckling. Cheered me up, Sokka said. An acorn gets thrown at him. Ow! Yeah, I probably deserved that, Sokka said. Though these acorns are everywhere, Aang, that means the forest will grow back even once the all these every one of these will be a tall oak tree someday, and all the birds and animals that lived here will come back, Qatar said. She placed an acorn in his hand and closed it. Thanks, Katara, Aang said. Katara smiles at him before gasping at the sight of an old man approaching. Hey, who are you? Naruto asked. I'm K. Fawn. When I saw the flying bison, I thought it was impossible, he said, approaching Aang. But this marks those marks. Are you the Avatar child? K. Fawn asked. Aang looks to Katara, who nods. He nods himself. My village desperately needs your help, K. Fawn said. In another area, Zuko comes looking for Iroh. Uncle, it's time to leave, Zuko said. Where are you? Uncle Iroh, Zuko asked, relaxing in a hot spring. Over here. You look tired, Prince Zuko, Iroh said. Why don't you join me in these hot springs and soak away your troubles? Iroh asked. My troubles can't be soaked away. It's time to go, Zuko said. You should take your teacher's advice and relax a little. The temperature's just right. I hated it myself. He breathed steam through his nose. Even we need to enough. Enough. We need to leave now. Get out of the water, Zuko said. Very well, Arrow said. Zuko turns around and walks away. Arrow gets up, exposing himself, and gets dressed. Sun Village. These, this young person is the Avatar, Kay Fawn said. So, the rumors of your return are true. Is it is the greatest honor of a lifetime to be in your presence, the seven village leader said. Nice to meet you, Aang said. So, is there something I can help you with? He asked. I'm not sure, the Senden village leader said. Our village is in crisis. He's our only hope. to Aang. For the last few days, at sunset, a spirit monster comes and attacks our village. He is Heibai, the black and white spirit, K. Bon said. Why is it attacking you? Sai asked. We do not know, but each of the last 3 nights he has been attempted one of our own. We are excessive, fearful become the winter solstice draws near. The Siren village leader said. What happened to them? Eno asked. As the solstice approaches, nature world, the natural world, and the spirit world grow closer and closer until the line between them is a blur. Completely, K. Fun said. What a what a drag, Shikamaru said. Heibai is already cost division and depression. One of solutions is here. There's no telling what will happen, the seven village leader said. So, what do you want me to do exactly? Aang asked. Between men and spirits, Aang asked. Who better to resolve a crisis between our world and the spirit world than the Avatar himself? You are the great bridge between men and spirits, Kate Ron said. Right, that's me, Aang said. Hey, great bridge guy, could I talk to you over here for a second? Katara asked. She leans she leads him towards a window. Aang, you seem a little unsure about all of this, Katara said. Yeah, but that might be because I don't know anything about don't know anything at all about the spirit world. It's not like there's someone to teach me this stuff, Aang said, so I can help those people. So can you help those people? Sorry. So can you help those people? Katara asked. I have to try, don't I? I maybe whether I have to do will just come naturally, Aang said. Momo lands on his shoulder with a kind of rimmed smell. I think you can do it, Aang, Katara said, with a smile expression. Yeah. Brief pause. Where are all we are all going to get eaten by a spirit monster, Sokka said. Sakura and Hinata smacked Sokka upside the head. Yeah, I deserve that, Sokka said. You're the spirit of this forest now. I understand. You're upset and angry because your home was burnt down. When I saw the forest had burnt, I was sad and upset, but my friend gave me hope that the forest will grow back, Aang said. He shows it and the acorn and leaves it at his feet. The spirit picks it up and reveals to then reverses into a panda form. It walks away peacefully. What am I supposed to do? Avatar Roku, how can I talk to you? Aang asked. A dragon lands just before him. The dragon touches him. He sees a vision of Roku flying on his dragon. You're Avatar Roku's animal guide, like Appa is to me. There some is Aang said. Is there some way for me to talk to Roku? Aang asked. Fang pressed one of his furs to Aang's forehead. A vision of a comet appears to him. Is that what Roku wants to talk to me about? Aang asked. A comet, he said. What can I... Whoa, when can I talk to him? He asked. Fang moves his head, allowing the light beam to approach it just to the right of Roku's statue, which another fewer pause. He seems a vision of the sun and rings approaching and the light closing in on Roku. It's a calendar, and the light will reach Roku on the solstice, Aang said.